What's good, YouTube? I'm Gloria.
I'm Tamia.
And we're back with another YouTube video.
Right, so it's our little tea time. So we had a discussion yesterday. Right? It went like this, right? So I was telling my family that I don't think I love you is as meaningful as it used to be back in the day. Because nowadays, people just throw it around. You see your neighbor, oh, I love my neighbor. Knowing you don't love your neighbor. Like, oh, I love that dog. Like, what? You don't even know that dog. Like, oh, I done saw one of my old friends from 2010 that I haven't talked to once. Oh, I love her. You know, stuff like that. I feel like the I love you has definitely lost its value. Like the dollar. Value de gone.
You play too much. But yeah, no. I love you definitely used to be something more meaningful. You're supposed to only say it to people who actually mean something to you and are very important to you. So it's like, for you to take I love you and just splay it across the world to anybody and everybody you see, it just kind of devalue it and doesn't make it the same as it used to be. So like when someone say I love you to me, it kind of just feel like it's just out of obligation. It's not really out of the love in their heart.
Right.
So,
cause like I'd be like you can care for your neighbor, you can care for that dog, like, but you don't love them. You know, to me, love is somebody I'm going to die for. If I love you, I'm going to stand in front of a bullet for you. I'm going to, you know, do whatever I can to save your life. I'm not doing none of that for my neighbor. None.
No.
You know, sorry neighbor, but you know that's not me. I'm, you know, I like my neighbor. He all right, but I'm not dying for my neighbor. Like I was saying yesterday, I was like, I feel like love is like your virginity. You don't just go and give it to anybody. You know, you're supposed to hold it, wait, find that person, you know, who really deserve it, and then bam, you open your wallflower.
Why should I say like that? That's nasty. But yeah, I don't know. And then I feel like, yeah, people do say love more out of obligation now than they do out of just the meaning in their heart. Because I feel like people be like, after a certain amount of time of meeting somebody, they just supposed to say it. And that's not how I go. Like, if you don't feel it, then don't say it. Like,
I know you for 2 weeks. Oh, I love you. Oh, girl, we just met yesterday. I love you. You're not my best friend.
And then people be like, oh, I've been in a relationship with him for 3 months. I feel like I should say I love you. But if you don't actually, like, feel it in your heart, then why are you saying it? You know what I'm saying?
Break up with him if you don't love him, sis. Break up with him, sis. Go find you a new man or woman or whoever you like. I mean, just no dogs or cats or animals, period.
That just took a turn.
That video that was going around?
Stop.
But yeah, I definitely feel like the phrase "I love you" has definitely went all the way down. Like, cause to me, I don't feel it. I'll be like, you love me? Yeah, me too. Yeah,
I'm finna be like Mr. Peabody and Sherman in here. I have deep regards for you, Sherman.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like, we need something else that's gonna mean something when we truly mean it. You know, because I love you has lost. People want to say it to their friends. They want to say it to their neighbors. They want to say it to the car. You know, they do. They'll say it to their favorite pair of gloves. They'll say it to their favorite hat. You know, I mean, I feel it. I do love my hat too, though. Like, but me and this hat, we go back years. So
Please get off the camera. She doing too much.
But yeah, like, I don't know. They say it to a lot of stuff. And like, I mean, I guess you can love an inanimate object, but you have once lived without that, you know, object. And that's what I say, you know, I mean, and again, you have once lived without people too,
Yeah,
but you know.
That's given. Like, I feel like that's with anything. Like, you was born in this world alone unless you a twin or a triple or something like that, then forget that statement. But other than
They
that,
still come out alone.
you was born in this world alone, so you do have to learn how to fend by yourself alone, without stuff.
Yeah.
Like, everything goes away.
Like you don't be like, oh, I love my keys. Like they convenient. I like my keys. They cute.
They come in handy.
Right, but you don't love them, and that's how the word "I love you" really has been getting thrown around. It'd be like, "Oh my God, have you seen that new post? I love that post." Like, what?
No, that post was funny, but I don't love it.
Right, like you just saying it now. You know, it's just a word. It's like me throwing $1 on the floor, and everybody like, "Oh my God, I want that $1." You know, somebody probably gonna pick it up, but most people just gonna look at it and be like, "It's just $1." And that's how I love you is getting, you know, starting to be. It's just I love you.
Right.
I mean, I didn't hear this so much in one day. I love you. Oh my God, you know, you love your neighbor. You love you. No, you don't. You don't even know your neighbor. You don't even know if your neighbor is a serial killer. You don't know nothing about your neighbor. You don't even know your neighbor's last name to be saying you love your neighbor. You can barely tell me what time he leave his house. You don't know your neighbor.
Unless you're one of them nosy neighbors, then.
I mean, you can't even tell me your neighbor eye color, hair color.
And we some bad neighbors because we didn't know our neighbor name for the longest, so.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, we ain't no definitely we don't love our neighbors.
Yeah, and yeah, but I love you. It's being thrown around like a STD for
Yeah,
like
it's
somebody catch it and
like,
everybody else
it'd
got
be
it
like,
too.
I love you. It's like winning a prize. You gotta win. You get love. You get love. Like no, I love you is supposed to be sacred. It's supposed to be when you truly love somebody, like your mama. Well, some people mamas. Your daddies. Some people daddies. Your siblings. You know, if you like them enough. Sometimes questionable. To tell you the truth, very questionable. They irk your nerves. Yes, they do. You know, some cousins, some aunts, some family. But it's the ones that you truly be there for. That, you know, them the ones you should be saying I love you to. Don't just be saying I love you to all of them. Because if I saw some of my cousins getting jumps, I ain't jumping in.
I'm gonna walk past like I ain't never seen him before.
And that's the honest truth.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't love them. We you know, blood. That's a little questionable too. I don't know what DNA they got, but we don't got the same time. We don't got the same type. We don't.
Nah, for real.
Like, I don't know who raised you, but I think I had a different upbringing. And that's just my opinion. You know, I can't be hanging out with you. You can't be hanging out with me. Just because you got the last name, don't make it mine.
Nah, but for yeah, I love you's supposed to be something that's more meaningful than it actually is. So I don't know, like we need to find something new to say.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I feel like I care for you. You know, like you can say that a lot. Like you don't have to automatically go to love. You could just be like, well, I care for my neighbor. I care if they, you know, about their well-being. Like it's not I love you where, you know, I'm supposed to know all the details about you, but it's I care for you, you know, if they live or die. I care for you. I care for that dog because he's sitting in a 90-degree car and I'm about to bust this window. But that you don't love that dog because you don't even know that dog. Now, what if you bust that window and that dog just got on and just bit you?
Karma.
See, that ain't love. If you just looking at something, oh, he cute, I love him. Like, no. This is an American Husky. Like, yeah, you may love him, but we don't know him.
Right. Like, yeah, he cute.
Like, he got some nice fur and some cute eyes. But we don't know if he a killer or not. So stop trying to bust people's windows.
I'm dead. But yeah. Nah, you definitely need to start saying other stuff than I love you.
Yeah, like, or
I just feeling like when somebody say I love you, like it just be out of it just be out of obligation. Like if you don't actually love me, don't say it.
I don't even think it'd be out of obligation. I'd be thinking like that's the only thing they know to say. Like, your neighbor help you bring your groceries in. Oh my God, thank you, I love you. Like, what? Just, I thank you, I appreciate you. Get on your way.
You're right.
Like, you know, it don't have to, like, we don't know what else to say. We don't know what else to say in other terms of I love you. But, I mean, like, I care for you, I appreciate you, I'm glad you did this for me. You know, any other thing, you know, we don't have to say I love them, you know. I'm glad that they're around.
Right.
That's good enough. You know, I appreciate your effort that you put in with me.
Yeah, I feel that. What was that look?
That was my, y'all need to get it together look. Y'all need to stop out here expressing y'all love. Like, are we love whores? Like, we just popping love around? Like, I just want to know. Love is sacred, guys. You know, it is meant to be sacred. You know, and then don't let nobody tell you that love is not supposed to be returned and given. Like, you can give out your love and be like, oh, I don't respect no love back. But eventually, that's a lonely life. You want that love back. You want to feel that warmth too.
Preach, sister.
So don't let them tell you that it's not supposed to be returned and given, because it is. And that is our TED Talk. Adios.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Deuces.
I love y'all, Brooksters.